Hello, my sisters. Hello, hello, hello. This is your faithful sales director coming to you live again on day 2 of working full circle to win the next level. Now, the whole reason behind this impromptu situations, I've been getting lots of questions from consultants who have been asking me, how do you do that? What do you do? If you tell me what to do, da, 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 well, I'm just going to show you. I'm just going to show you. So for the next 22 minutes, I'm going to be sharing with you every step of the way what's going on with me as I work my business every single day so that you can see for yourself how I do this. So the first thing that I'm going to do is share my screen. You're welcome to follow along with me, and it helps if you comment while we are here. I'll do my best to go back and answer any questions that you may have, but I'm pumped up and excited. Y'all ready? Okay, so 22, what you're going to do in 22, where you're going to spend 22 minutes with me for the next 7 days and watch exactly what I do to grow my customer base using Facebook, social media, Scipio, and all in the mediums that are available to us, including our Mary Kay website. Okay. Now, today is day number 2. Now, to kind of recap, what happened yesterday is I showed you on Facebook how I get the ball rolling and how I reach out, how I make contacts, and what I do to follow up. Well, I'm going to show you today the numbers and the responses that I've been getting so far and how I follow up with them. The first message that I usually do, I use a technique that I've been using almost my entire career. You got to forgive me. I got a cough drop in my mouth to kind of keep me able to talk while I'm talking to y'all because I am all in with you. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen and give you an idea of what happened. So yesterday I am putting in, and I hope you got your notebook because I'm going to give you the tips. Everything that we do, you need to track it. And if I were you, follow right along with me. Do the exact same thing so that you can see live what's happening. So if you're with me, go ahead, send me some comments. You know, I want to be able to respond to questions as we're going through this, okay? So that would be a big, huge help. All right? So I got my phone right here. So if you comment, I will be able to see you. I will be able to do all of that. Okay, cool. All right. So first thing I want to do is I want to recap with you what happened yesterday. And I want to give you the numbers and you're going to be able to see the results. Okay, so number 1, I want to tell you how many messages I sent out yesterday. And my goal is to send out that many every single day. All right, so the first thing is attract number grows. Attract number grows. So on yesterday, where's my sheet? Call myself getting all organized. And that's why I only have one book that I work with. Okay, here we go. All right. On yesterday, I sent out a total of 25 messages through Facebook Messenger to ladies that I am currently friends with on Facebook. And y'all know that loose term friend, right? My goal is to send 22. Everything that we're doing, 22, 22, 22. Now, if you recall, one of the trainings that I did earlier was on the rule of half. Okay. You want to feed your numbers by working the rule of half. Okay. When you work the rule of half of what you expect to come through is going to come through on the back end. So my goal yesterday was to send out a minimum of 22 messages. When you send out those messages on the front end, you're doing that with the expectation of the results on the back end. So I sent out 25 yesterday. Okay. 25. Okay. I sent out 25. Give me a quick second. Okay, sorry about that. All right, I forgot to lock the door because this is one time. Okay, so 22 messages. That's my goal because I wanted to have a number that is easy to track. Okay, so if you got questions as we go along, put them down there in the bottom. I am watching, and I will go back for any other questions that pop up later. Okay, cool. All right, so I sent out 25 total messages. So if the rule of half is true, okay, that means at least 12 will respond. Not every message that you send out on Facebook is going to come back. Know that up front. When you know your numbers, it takes the emotion and the discouragement out of it. You know what your goal is, because that's where you start. You set your goal, right? And your goal is what you want to accomplish through the activity, right? So you just literally are working that goal backwards. Well, for the purpose of this demonstration, my goal for the next 7 days is to send out a minimum of 22 messages every single day for the next 7 days so that we can track the results all the way down to the sale that comes from the activity. Okay. So yesterday I sent out a total of 25 messages, individual personal messages. These messages were from a combination of responses that came from a post that I posted on my Facebook page, and people go in and like, or they comment or whatever, generating a conversation. And then you go in, send each person a private message. Hey, thank you for your comment on my picture. I really appreciate that. I was wondering, has anyone ever asked you to be a face model before? And then you wait. Most of the time, 99% of the time, they're going to say no. And your next question out of your mouth is, well, you know what? It just so happens that I'm working on my spring portfolio or whatever portfolio that matches the lookbook that is currently out, right? And I would love to feature you. Do you have a Mary Kay lady taking care of you? Of course, you want to do that up front because you certainly don't want to solicit someone else's customer, right? And then the conversation goes from there. And we'll be talking about that more and more as I show you what messages came back yesterday. So I sent out 25 of those initial messages yesterday. If the rule of half is true, and I will be demonstrating that to you right this week, at least 12 people will respond from that initial message that went out yesterday. Now, today, I will be sending out another 22. You can do them all at once, break them up, do whatever you want to do. But the idea is to send them out every single day. So that means at the end of the week, I will have a minimum of 154 messages that I will have sent out from Saturday to Saturday, right? Which means if the rule of half is true, 77 of those 154 will respond one way or the other, yay or nay. Because all we want is a response. That's just a response. Now, of the responses, which should be right about 77, 38 of them will be in the positive. Yes, please send me a packet, which will, of course, end up being a booking. That's what we consider a booking. Now, if 38 of them actually book, I know in the back of my mind, every single person that books an appointment with me is not going to hold that appointment on the original day. I know that. So when you know that up front, you do the activity on the front end, knowing what could happen on the back end. So it takes the emotion out of it. It lowers the possibility of you getting discouraged because you asked one person and one person said no. And then you don't want to ask anymore. Well, dang it, that wasn't your goal to begin with, right? Your goal is to get a certain number, so you don't stop until you get that certain number. So I'm demonstrating that for you this week. So of the 38 people that respond to the affirmative, in other words, saying, yes, please send me a packet, then of those 38, 19 of them should hold. Okay. So by the end of this week, by sending out a minimum of 22 every single day, if the rule of half is true, at least 19 people will be on this screen with me trying Mary Kay product. So I am putting it to the test to show you one by one. Now, if you're smart, you'll do this right along with me, using the same scripts that I use, using the same technique that I use, so that you will be getting results right along with me as opposed to just watching. Okay. Learn by doing instead of just by watching. Okay. Moving on. I'm going to share my screen with you now so that you can see some of the responses that I was getting yesterday and what has happened thus far. All right. So sharing my screen, I'm going to go into here. Okay. Going into Facebook. And I see somebody has already and keep in mind another thing. Everyone that you see on your Facebook page, they may not all be on Facebook at the same time, right? So what's crazy is the ones that you sent out yesterday, they may not respond until like the next day or the second day or the third day. But the idea is make sure you are putting your numbers in so that they all come out on the back end. Okay. So here is one young lady I had. This is the first time that I was seeing it. I'm going to bring it up and you'll see in the beginning the message that I sent her. That was on January the 9th when I originally did it. And I said, we talked about a virtual pampering session. So I flipped it around into a, which is the same thing as being a face model for me. And of course she said, yes, that would be great. Right. So my next response to her was wonderful. I can send you a pack today if you like. In the meantime, check out what it's like on our studio page. Do you have a Mary Kay lady taking care of you? So her response back to me was, yes, that would be great. And no, I don't. So that means she is wide open to me introducing her to Mary Kay. So my next question to her is, does she, what kind of skin does she have? What's her cell number and where she would like for me to mail her packet? So I'm going to send her this response right now, live, right now, as I'm doing it. I'm so excited. Now check my spelling. Where would you like me to send your pack? And what skin do you have? Normal or oily? Here is my info. And what I send in my information is my website, my Scipio number, what I call my office number, and my cell number so that she can check me out while I'm getting prepared to send her the packet. So once I've typed it, I go ahead and check my spelling. And I'm asking her basically for her address and her cell phone number. Where would you like, lots of misspelled, like me to send your pack, and what skin do you have? Normal or oily? Here's my info. And then I put in there my website. Right? And then I'm going to put in my cell number. Because you are asking her for her information. And my Scipio number. And the reason why I'm sending her my Scipio number is because I'm going to be texting and communicating with her through my Scipio program. So I want her to save both numbers in her phone. And what's your cell? Okay. Another response. So that message went out before we started this challenge on the 9th, but she's just now responding back to me. Not everybody sits, believe it or not, not everybody sits on their phone following Facebook. Okay. So I'm going to go real quick and show you some of the other responses that I've gotten. So as you can see, I sent out over 25 of them. And of the 25 that I sent out, 8 people, now 9, have responded. And I am prepared to send out 3 and possibly now 4 packets out tomorrow for ladies who will be having a session with me. But here is some of the questions and some of the things that I'm going to be showing you here in just a minute. So this is one young lady that I did yesterday. And I got her address, telephone number, and all that good stuff. Sent her my information just like I just did. And she's now excited. And so I sent her my website and invited her to check out my website while she waits for her packet to arrive. She lives in Tennessee. And since we have no territories, woohoo, thank you, Mary Kay, right? And told her where to go on our website to actually try some stuff on digitally before we get together. Because one of the questions that she asked me was if I actually do color matching. And by that, I asked her, so are you talking about eyeshadow colors or things like that, or foundation? And of course, she was talking about foundation. So she did. She went on my website And I'm going to be showing you that in a minute as well as before we get off. And so now I have all of her information that's going forward. I'm sending her packet out tomorrow. Now she's excited. She's been on my website and she's actually sent me her response. That is what the system told her her actual foundation shade is based on her face. And I'm going to show you what that looks like. So I've been getting responses like that all night and all day long. Okay. So now I'm going to share with you where I sent her so that you can go on your website now and check it out. So are you excited yet? This is cool beyond cool. Okay. So let me share with you where your customers can go to take a look at this amazing technology that Mary Kay has created for us to share with our customers. So if you haven't tried it yet, go on your own website and take a look. Here we go. So I'm going to share my screen again and give you a chance to check it out. Here we go. This is my actual Mary Kay website. And you see me right here in the upper corner. So if you don't have a picture on your website, I encourage you to take a cute picture, upload it in the system, because when people go on marykay.com looking for a beauty consultant, they have a tendency to pick the consultant who they can actually see and connect with. So put a picture up there. Okay. Now on your website, you will see a little button that says tips and trends. When your customer clicks on that, it will open up an app on here where they can actually take a look and try the products on. It's called the Mirror Me Virtual Try On. Crazy, right? Right on your website, included into your website subscription. So click on that. It will open up and you can go in and click on where it says get started. And it's going to ask you to give permission for the program to access your camera. Click OK. What it does is it's going to give you some tips on how to make sure that the system is responding appropriately, picking up your image so that it can give the right recommendations. All right. So you see me, right? And of course I have makeup on already, right? But I'm so stinking excited because your customers now can try on Mary Kay products in 3 categories. Starting with the face, they can actually try on the foundation on their face digitally right here. They can try on either one of the Time-Wise 3D foundations. They could try on the CC cream, the Endless Performance, the mineral powder, or the pressed powder on their actual face. So I'm going to give you a demonstration. I'm going to click on the Luminous Foundation. And just for grins and giggles, I'm going to pick one of these super light foundations that I know isn't right and watch what happens. See what happens? Digitally, it changes. So that's what it would look. Can you dig it? All right. So go on the website now and try it on. You can even determine the coverage level right down here, how intense you want the coverage to be. Isn't that crazy? Right? So my color actually is C140. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to change the foundation because 140 only appears in the matte. Okay, let me go in here, go under 140, 110, 180. Okay, that's beige, no wonder. I wonder what in the blue blazes is going on here. Okay, this is 150, 140. Okay, 140 is my actual color. That's the color I have on right now. And then you can determine your coverage level right down here in this gradient, right? Right in here. So you move this thing back and forth to show your coverage level. Your customers will get a chance to do the same thing, right? Then you can go to the eyes. You can go under the eyes and pick out actual eyeshadow and put them on your face. I'm going to put on the burnished bronze. See it? Of course, it's right on top of the color I already have on, but you see it right here? Isn't that cool? So if I were to put that on top of what I already had on, it would be kind of cute. All right. I'm going to put hot fudge on there now. See it? It is so cute. It's already on. It's on top of the color I already had on. All right. Now try eyeliner. I'm going to go, of course, I have eyeliner on, so it's kind of hard to show you, but you can try all these things on. I'm just going to let you play with it, okay? Love, love, love all the way around. Mascara. I'm going to do lash intensity. And then it's going to ask me the style that I want. I want full bottom, upper, and lowers, right? By clicking it, click the color, click the intensity, and voila. Even more intense and even moving around so you can see the movement of it, and it follows your face. Then when you're happy with the color arrangement that you have selected for yourself, right below your picture, you can take a picture and it will freeze it. And then your customer can send it to you, upload it to their social media, right online in real time. I know, right? So be sure you go back and let your customers find their right color for themselves. Is that not the coolest thing ever? So we're feeding our numbers. And as of right now, based on yesterday, I'm pumped up, y'all. That is the best thing ever. So if you haven't played with that yet, go on your website and try it on yourself today. And then give it a shot. So if you're with me and you have a moment to do that, the first 3 people to do a makeover on their page and send it and post it on our Facebook page. You have to post it on our Facebook page. Will be put into a drawing for a prize. And that's just my way of celebrating day number 2 of working full circle to win the next level. Well, my 22 minutes are almost up, and I hope you love what's about to happen. So let me recap one more time. The numbers so far are, I sent out 25 messages so far, and currently I have 9 responses and 3 packets going out. I'm expecting at least 12 responses and 6 packages to go out. So if you're watching this thing, stay with me. Come back tomorrow for installment number 3 with more follow-up. So today I will be sending out more messages, at least 22 for today, and we'll be tracking it from today. So I love it. Thank you for joining me. If you missed any part of this presentation, go back and watch the beginning. Go on your website, give yourself a makeover, post it on our Facebook page, and get put into a drawing for day number 2. I'm so excited. Until we see each other on the next go round, be good to yourself, work hard, feed your numbers, and just have a great time doing it. See you soon.